I don't know about you guys, but I've started to hear more and more things about the Oura Ring lately, so I decided to pick one up and try it out for 7 days to share my first impressions with you. This ring is packed with some pretty cool technology, and it actually has 3 different sensors, including a heart rate and blood oxygen sensor, a temperature sensor, and a 3D accelerometer to track your movement. The main reason I decided to pick one of these up is to track my sleep, to make sure I was getting the optimal amount, and to see if there was anything I could do to feel more energized throughout the day. I'm still a little shocked at just how cool this little device is, because it can do a whole lot more than I initially thought when I first got it. After sleeping with this ring from June 26th to July 3rd, which is a span of just 7 days, I was already able to get a great understanding of what I personally need to do to get better sleep and have more energy from day to day. The Oura Ring actually works with their app, and you can see in the app here towards the bottom, there are 3 different main sections, including readiness, sleep, and activity. The readiness section will take a look at your heart rate, body temperature, and your overall sleep from the night before to see how well recovered you are for the new day. For an example, on June 26th, I got a readiness score of 88, which is considered optimal, which means I'm well rested for the next day. If my body temperature was off due to a sickness, or if I didn't get very much sleep the night before, then of course my readiness score would be quite a bit lower, showing that I'm not as well rested for the next day. Now, the sleep section in the Oura app here is probably what I have found myself looking at the most, and it's probably what the majority of people actually get the Oura Ring for, including myself, and it tracks all of your sleep analytics. On June 26th, I got a sleep score of 76, which is good but not great. And this is where the technology in this ring gets super fascinating, because it can tell you how long you've been in bed, how long you've actually been asleep while in bed, your deep sleep, REM sleep, sleep latency, and how good your sleep timing is. Of course, I'm going to explain each of these different sleep cycles just a little bit better so you guys can fully understand it. Starting with REM, it stands for rapid eye movement, and this is actually where most dreams take place, and it helps rejuvenate the mind. Oura tells us that it is optimal for most adults to get 1.5 hours of sleep every single night, which I usually never get, so it is something I need to work on. Deep sleep is where your body recovers the most, and it's when your brain flushes out toxins, your blood pressure drops, and your muscles grow and repair. It's very important to get the right amount of deep sleep, especially if you are super active the day before, or if you work out frequently, so that your muscles have time to repair themselves. Now, the latency is how long it takes your body to fall asleep. Initially, I had no idea the Oura Ring was able to track this, but it's really nice to know how long it takes me to fall asleep at night, especially if I have caffeine too late or if I'm on my phone a lot right before bed. It will affect my sleep latency, which is wasted time where my body could be recovering. Now, I think sleep timing is the #1 thing that I personally need to work on, and it's aligning my body with nature's 24-hour rhythm. So when it gets dark, going to bed earlier, and when it gets bright in the morning, waking up earlier with the sun. Our bodies run on a 24-hour cycle called circadian rhythm, which allows our bodies to send signals and release chemicals. For an example, when it's morning and the sun comes up, our body will send signals to help us wake up and feel energized throughout the day. And when it's dark, our bodies will release melatonin, which is a sleep hormone that helps us fall asleep and stay asleep throughout the night. As you can see here, on July 1st, my sleep timing was absolutely terrible because I didn't go to bed until 2:51 a.m. and I didn't wake up until 9:54 a.m. after the sun had already been up for a while. I also only got 6 hours and 29 minutes of sleep, and I didn't get enough REM sleep, so my overall sleep score was pretty low for that night. And one thing I love about the Oura app is it also shows us some really useful graphs to help us see the insights just a little bit more clearly. We can see the exact times we were in different stages of sleep, from your deep sleep to light sleep, when you were in REM sleep, and when you were waking up throughout the night. The next graph will show you your heart rate every minute throughout the night to make sure everything is functioning properly. And the last graph actually shows us our HRV, which is heart rate variability, and it is the time in between every single heartbeat. Moving on to the activity section in the Oura app here, you can actually see how many calories you've burned, how many miles you've walked, and how many steps you've taken. I haven't messed with the activity section near as much as the sleep section so far in my Oura app, because that was my main reason for actually getting the ring, was for tracking my sleep. But it is really cool to see all of these insights. The Oura app will actually allow you to set your own goal for how many calories you want to burn, or you can actually change it to how many steps you've taken throughout the day if you don't want to see how many calories you've burned, and it will show you exactly how close you are to completing your goal. And I personally haven't been wearing my Oura Ring at the gym because I don't want to get it super scratched up when I'm lifting weights, so my activity insights are just a little bit skewed. But it is nice to have these options if I do ever want to track my workouts and activity. And moving on here, something that is really important to know with this ring is its battery life. Unfortunately, I did miss a night of tracking because the ring died on me, but it does last 7 days on a full charge, which is a very long time, and it only takes between 20 to 80 minutes to fully charge up. This makes charging the ring a complete breeze, and it's actually kind of cool when charging this thing because it charges wirelessly and you just have to pop it on and you're good to go. When it comes to the price, I did get the Silver Horizon model, and of course it's generation 3, so it did cost me $350. You can get the Heritage model, which is actually $50 less, but it does look slightly different. And on Oura's website, you can check out their 5 different colors, including the silver color, black, stealth, gold, and even rose gold. And just so you guys know, there is a monthly fee to see all of your insights in the Oura app, and it does cost $5 a month, but you can get the first month free to make sure the Oura ring is right for you. All of the rings are made from titanium, and they weigh between 4 to 6 grams, and they're really durable as well. And do be aware that you probably will end up with a lot of scratches on your ring, of course depending on the activities you do with it. And I think mine has held up pretty well, but again, it's only been 7 days. So after using my Oura ring for a full week, what do I think about it, and would it be a good option for yourself? Well, like I mentioned earlier, the main reason I decided to pick this up was to track my sleep and to help me feel more energized throughout the day. And it has shown me exactly what I need to do in order to get better sleep, which will help me with my energy throughout the day. The main thing that I need to improve on is going to bed earlier and then waking up earlier so I can improve my sleep timing so that my body is on track with the circadian rhythm. Doing this and not being on my phone too much right before bed and not having caffeine too late will improve my REM sleep and my deep sleep, helping me feel more rejuvenated throughout the day. It's pretty crazy to me that I have learned so much about my sleep just after 7 days of using this little device, and I think the price is totally worth it for something like this because health is the most important thing in just about everybody's lives. I personally think every single person could benefit from having a device like this, especially if you want to improve your sleep, track your heart rate and blood oxygen, see how many steps you've taken throughout the day, and that kind of stuff. If you guys are interested in taking a further look at an Oura ring, I'll go ahead and put the link to their website in the description below this video so you guys can go check it out. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button because it helps the channel tremendously, and comment down below what you think about the Oura ring. With all of that being said, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!